I like that. Enjoyed that. Now we're going to finish off, and we're going to finish off with a little piece that I sent in, a bit of research about chefs and their performance. And I don't know whether you've noticed, has anyone here been to, for example, dinner with Heston Blumenthal in the Mandarin Hotel in London? Okay, they've got the kitchen is right in the middle, and it's in glass, so you can see everything going on. You see the flames and all the chefs cooking, and that's quite a trend now.
Are you inviting us there for our Christmas party?
I think when I played back the recording, I didn't say that.
Oh,
sorry.
Partial to a bit of snail porridge.
No, you won't get that at the Mandarin. But there's lots of restaurants that have this glass-fronted kitchen, so you can see what they're cooking. They can see you. Whereas in the like a lot of the hotels, for example, when did you last see a chef actually producing your food? It just comes up. Anyway, the research was to create a cafeteria where the cooks will operate under 4 different conditions. One set of conditions was where the cooks could see the diners and the diners could see the cooks. The next one was where the cooks could see the diners, but the diners couldn't see the cooks. Following me?
Yeah.
And then you'd have, I can't get lost here, the diners could see the cooks, but the cooks couldn't see the diners, and a condition where neither could see either. Okay.
It's a 2x2 matrix.
You see, he's a scientist. A 2x2 matrix. I didn't want to get as technical as that, Des, although I knew it was a 2x2 matrix. I'm just looking for the results as I'm scrolling down. Oh, anyway. Suffice it to say, what do you think what was the best condition for food which was rated for its tastiness?
Well, I mean, I think I'm ahead of you. I think this is where the chef can see the customer rather more than the customer see the chef. Yeah. Though it works fairly well that way around, but it's about the chef seeing that he's giving pleasure with his food, but also partially seeing the anticipation on people, I guess, or actually just seeing the humanity in the people that he's delivering to.
Yes.
This is particularly relevant if you go to Caravan at King's Cross. My nephew is one of the, I don't know, you can call him a chef yet, but he works there. And they can actually see who the food's being delivered to, who's ordered it, and so on.
This is it.
Great.
You can, if you're in one of these glass kitchens, you can see your dish going to, and you see the reaction of the customer. Joanna was saying, when I read out, or said we should talk about this, that you'd like to go and watch your car being serviced, but that's for a different reason. You want to watch the person servicing it. You, the customer, want to see the equivalent of a chef because you don't believe he's doing it right.
Absolutely, and we won't go into it in any further detail, but what proof do I have, and I'm not a mechanic, that anything's been done at all?
Well, but the interesting thing about this research was that it isn't about putting pressure on people to do better. Even when the diners can't see the chef, as Pat pointed out, if the chef can see the diner, he does better work. The best conditions are when you can see each other.
Actually, is it? Is that right?
Yes, it is. The biggest improvement in service and tasting improvements were when both. I think in the example that
you had, they talked about lots of chefs would pre-cook eggs, for instance, en masse for breakfast and things like this for people. But when they saw the people, they would only cook to order. They would do them fresh. I find in my own work that this is the case.
That's what I was going to ask. Are there any parallels in other businesses?
Absolutely. When you're working day to day with the professionals as the cooks are with their other cooks, when you're producing work, there's sort of a competitive nature and you want to do good work alongside your peers. But actually, I found that often you deliver work to an agency or to a client, and the response, often clients can be really good about their responses, but not over demonstrative. It is, after all, something they're doing day in and day out. But when I'm doing work for people, say, I used to get commissioned to do work by companies as a portrait of somebody who might be retiring. Someone's got an OBE or do some such thing. And they were so much more happy about their work. And I still speak to lots of people now who say, I've still got that drawing that you did for me when I got married, got divorced, birthday or whatever, and that gives you so much more pleasure. And then so when you're asked to do that task again, knowing it's for a person, for a personal event, you do put a lot more work into it.
So if you'd have been even if they weren't looking over your shoulder whilst you were painting the portrait. If you
Oh,
knew
that's
it was
massive.
going to be handed to them under a webcam, even where you could see their reaction, you
Well, I
would
would
put better
often
work
see. I would often, fortunately, be involved in either, part of the presentation or whatever on those occasions. But yes, it's the fact that it's the humanity thing again.
It is.
Basic relationship, isn't
Absolutely,
it? Yeah.
it's a basic relationship.
We're in businesses, and people enjoy the businesses and their work when they see that it benefits someone else. The smile on somebody's face,
Goes
I
back
know,
to
is
making a difference. As
Yeah.
Mr. Branson said. Yeah,
Absolutely.
most chefs I know really always talk about just loving to give pleasure to customers, even though they don't often come out of the back.
But when they do come out of the back, they want to know how you felt or what you thought of the food that they put in front of you.
Absolutely.
And to discover how it's cooked sometimes, it's just brilliant. And the time and the effort that goes into it, the passion that's behind
Passion,
it.
that's what
Yeah,
passion.
yeah.
Well, segues. Thank you for your passion, because we've come to the end.